To be back, and what was that decision making process like, on that last day? Were you really taken up until like 9 p.m. to?
Yeah. No, I'm happy to be back. That's the first thing I'll say. Now it's just the time to get better. I'm just trying to make a lot of great strides like I did last year. There's always a lot of room to improve. In terms of making the decision, yeah, it's probably the most stressful decision I've made in my life so far. In terms of making the decision, honestly, it probably would have been later. It's just I was flying back from the West Coast and the time changes. If I had to do it in the airport, I still had one more flight, and I was in Chicago, so it was an hour. I would have got in probably like 12:30, and then by then it was past the deadline, so I had to decide in the airport. So it really came down to the wire, and I found out what I was going to do in the airport after talking to my family and my agent, and then talking to Coach Mack.
What was Mac's reaction when you told him? Did you call him from the airport, or?
Yeah, I talked to him talked to him when I was in the airport. Obviously he was really excited. He has a plan and an image of me, in his head, what he thinks I can do, and I have a lot of trust in him, and I'm putting a lot of trust in him. And the same thing is going with him putting a lot of trust in me. So it's been like that since day one. I feel he's gonna be like that for a long time. Everything he's told me he's gonna do for me, he's done so far, and I believe him, and that says a lot about the kind of guy he is. So I feel like he's gonna get me to where I need to be, and get this team to where it needs to be.
Which airport were you in? Were you digging around looking for somewhere quiet to talk?
Yeah, I had my combine stuff on. A lot of people are looking at me in the airport. I was in Chicago. In Chicago's airport, I was at O'Hare, and just walking around and everybody's looking at me. Then I just sat down somewhere. There's nowhere in that airport really that's gonna be quiet. So I just sat down with my family and trying to made a lot of calls, just trying to sort everything out, and just decided it'd be best for me to come back another year.
Jordan, how big was your dad? How big was your family and your dad having some experience in basketball, obviously, and that had to help out maybe the stress level a little bit?
Yeah, but in terms of basketball, when it comes to my dad, he's gonna play probably the biggest influence on me. It's been that way since I was young, but they really stressed me that this is gonna be a decision I'm gonna have to make for myself, because regardless, either way, it's gonna be something that's gonna change my life. So my dad talked to my agent, talked to Mac. I talked to my mom. My mom's more of the weird one that's always wants to be cautious, play it safe. So it's just like I said, it was really stressful. It's probably like the most stressful thing I've probably gone through until I made the decision to stay. Once I made the decision, it was kind of something that was off my shoulders. I would have been that way either way. It's just making that decision was hard. But like I said, I'm back, and got a lot of things to do this season.
Jordan, how much did the injury affect you through the process?
It was it was a minor injury, but it affected me a lot. When it happened, I was trying to kind of hide it and play on it. It got to the point where it was bugging me so much that I couldn't play on it anymore. I had to get off it for a couple of weeks, and they had me in a boot for a little bit. It's just wrong timing, but everything happens for a reason. I've never been hurt in my life. That was the first time I had to sit out for something. So, like I said, everything happens for a reason. It was nothing major, so I'm back now. I'll be fine.
Did you have the sense at all from any teams that you would have been taken even in the second round?
Yeah, I was gonna get drafted. That wasn't the question. It was I told Matt before I left I wanted to be a first round pick. Nobody knew who I was coming into last year. Kind of just hard work paid off. And you never know. My agent was saying, with workouts and everything, somebody still could have, a team could fall in love with you at the end of the first, stuff like that. But I wanted to be sure, and I told Matt that too when I was making the decision. And you know, like I said, he has something in his mind for me, and you know, I trust him a lot, and he trusts me a lot to, you know, help the team, and that played a big role in me.
Specifically, what did you have to do to get out of the draft? Is there an NCAA rep that you call, or do you email, or do you text? How does it specifically happen?
Yeah, you got to send a bunch of emails. So I was doing that in the airport too. My mom was helping me out with that. It was just emailing. So I had to email the school, email the NBA, tell them I was withdrawing, send a few pictures of me, paper that I signed. We had it printed up already just in case I decided to come back. Just took a picture of it and sent a few emails out to make it official.
What was that
If you
flight
hadn't
like?
got hurt, Jordan, if you hadn't got hurt, do you think you'd be sitting here right now?
I don't know. I think that I would have done really well in workouts if I had the chance to. That could have only helped me. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. You know, our team's going to be a lot stronger this year, and you know, I have high expectations, you know, for the team. So it's going to be great.
What kind of feedback did you get for what you should work on, and what do you think? And what do you think you have to do this summer to get
Just
season?
I improved my defense a lot before I got hurt. I was playing guards. In my workouts, I was playing guards every day, which only helped me. So the biggest thing for me now is just continuing to get better handling the ball, and just, you know, continuing to, you know, stay in shape, keep my body right, get it even better from where it is now, and then you know, just hard work. I know how hard I work. I know what I'm gonna do in the off season. So in terms of on court, what I'm gonna do on the court, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do to help the team win. I know what type of player I am, so I'm not worried about that. It's just, you know, taking the advice they gave me, listen to what Mac wants me to do, and if I do that, I'll be fine.
Jordan, what was that flight like once you made the decision, you and your family, on the flight from Chicago to Buffalo without any of that stress left?
It was a sigh of relief. You know, my phone was blowing up. My dad's phone's blowing up a lot during that, but I mean, it was just, you know, kind of happy to have it over with. No more thinking. Just, you know, it got to the point where now it's just set in my mind, I just got to work. It's just, all I got to do is just work, become the best player I can be, the best teammate I can be for the season.
The expectations are going to be ramped up, or already have been. Coach Mack talked about embracing those expectations. Can you just kind of comment on what, I mean, you've seen it on social media, what people are talking about, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I know the expectations are going to be high, which is good. You know, I like it. In terms of myself, you know, I hold myself to high standards too, which is a big reason why I'm back here for another year. Like I said, I'm going to keep getting better. I know I'm going to keep getting better. I still have so much room to grow from last year, and that's a good thing about the type of player I am. There's so much room to still grow and become even better. And I'm sure Mac's going to help me out, and the coach staff's going to help me out a lot with that. And in terms of the team, I'm glad the expectations are high too. That just shows you the type of talent we have and what we can do. Now it's just up to us to meet those expectations.
Who made that announcement video for you, and did you tweet that before you got on the plane or in Buffalo?
Yeah, I tweeted it before I got on the plane. Max sent it to me. Max sent it to me a couple days before. He was just like, you know, if you decide to come back, you can just post this. I was like, all right. I was 50-50. I didn't know what I was going to do. So I just had it in my phone for a couple days. He just sent it to me and was like, because, you know, I had been talking to him. I wasn't ever going to keep him out of the loop. You know, I got a lot of respect for him. So, you know, just talking to him a lot, he just sent it to me, kind of like, yeah, if you're going to come back, you can post it. And, you know, it ended up working out. So I posted it, and it was all good.
Jordan, do you feel like the feedback that you got from NBA teams matches how Louisville will want to use you this year and will be able to help you enhance your profile next year?
Yeah, I think it does. I think everybody knows what I do in terms of shooting the ball, you know, scoring, rebounding. With me, it's just going to be about adding little things and just continuing to do what I do. It's going to be it's going to be a different platform this year, especially with the team we have. Like I said, the expectations coming into it. But yeah, that's all I really can say about that.
Jordan, do you have to change your role a bit just because, you know, Mac mentioned the fact that you guys have a lot more options this year?
I don't think I'm going to have to. I don't think he thinks I'm going to have to either, just because kind of what I do, especially like at my size. I don't think what I do, we don't have anybody else on the team right now that you know, shoots how I shoot at my size. You know, our team, everybody does different things, so I don't think my role is going to change. Everybody's going to be really good at their role, and we're going to be, you know, a great team. At the end of the day, Coach Mac's going to do what's best for the team and put everybody in the right position to be successful.
Was there anything when you went through the process of the combine that you didn't expect? So maybe if you're in this position next year, you'll know how to approach it.
Yeah, getting hurt. That's probably the biggest thing. I didn't expect was getting hurt. Like I said, everything happens for a reason. I'll try my hardest for whenever the next time comes to not get hurt. Just go from there, because I really didn't. Once I got hurt, I really didn't do much. You know, I'm kind of just now getting back into the swing of things. You know, playing again because I was out for a couple of weeks. So yeah, just staying healthy.
George, your dad mentioned, and Chris also mentioned, the fact that the agency that you chose, how big was that they did the right thing for you? They weren't too pushy one way or the other and kind of let you make your decision. That could have gone the other way.
Yeah, you know, my agency was really good. You know, Duffy's a really good guy. He has no reason to lie to me or anything. He told me, like, I was gonna get drafted. That wasn't a question. It was just where I wanted to go. He said, you know, for me, I just wanted something guaranteed. I didn't get to work out, which has kind of hurt me when it came to that. And then, you know, he just kept it honest with me. We don't know, like, what's going to happen just because you haven't worked out. And, you know, things definitely will change if you do work out. But it was already towards the deadline. I didn't really feel comfortable with that. In my mind, if people aren't thinking that I'm somebody who should, you know, be picked, you know, early on, then, you know, that means I'm not there yet. So I'm just going to have to prove it. It's all right, though. That just means I have a lot of stuff to get better at. That's what I'm going to do.
How much pressure did you feel at that pro day, you know, because it was the day before the deadline, it was really that last opportunity to do that?
It was a lot of pressure, but when you're on the court, it doesn't really bother you. The only thing with me is that was like my second day or third day being back on the court, so it was a little tough. I didn't shoot as well as I wanted to, just because I wasn't in the routine of getting shots up every day like I was and everything. I still shot all right, but not what I wanted to, you know, shoot like. But like I said, that's just part of what happens when you get hurt, and it happened for a reason. So yeah.
Did you and Steven talk during the process, and did he try to start recruiting you after he made his?
Yeah, we talked, but everybody knew with me, like, I was very open about it. I was really 50-50. He just said, at the end of the day, just, you got to do what's best for you. Like, we're going to be happy no matter what. Same thing with Ryan, Darius. A lot of the guys texting me a lot, just trying to see what I'm going to be doing. You know, Chris Morgan over here, he was texting me a lot too, you know, praying for me. It was really down to the wire. Everybody just wanted me to do what's best for me. At the end of the day, regardless of it stay or leave, you know, they were just wishing the best for me. You know, it looks like coming back was the best thing for me, and I'm sure it will be in the long run.
Great. Thanks, Jordan.
Thanks, Jordan.